Hi, folks. Joe Russo here, your summer eClass principal. Happy Friday, everyone. We've almost made it through the first week of summer school. I'm just putting out a call out here. Does anyone have a Kawhi Leonard update? Is he signing for Toronto? No? Okay, let me know. Put it in the chat. So we've had now, I think this is our 5th live session, and we've had so many people participate, so many views where people are watching the recordings, and I really appreciate the participation. So I'm just going to jump right into it and have a look at the chat area. But before I do, I just want to remind everyone that in the background, we're still registering students, we're still balancing courses, and we're trying to make that transition as seamless and as least confusing as possible. I know that some of you are still seeing 2 of the same courses. Trust me, we are on top of that. We are coordinating with your teachers, and we're asking them to cross-reference the list that they have that is in one program that can confirm you're registered and in their class versus the class list that is within the online course. And then they basically let us know, and then we remove the duplicate course. So heaven forbid that we miss that. You're not going to be penalized for submitting work to one teacher versus the other, because within 24 hours, you should understand who it is that is your teacher, your permanent teacher going forward. Okay. All right. That's really the big update. I'm going to jump right into the questions and see where we go from there. So Emily, hi, Mr. Russo. Is it mandatory that I have to do an in-class exam for 4U classes? I am going on vacation and won't be back until the following Monday after the exam. So Emily, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to follow up with your teacher. And then between your teacher and I and yourself, we're going to understand what the timeline is. And we're going to try to realize when you can write the exam, whether it be in person, during the regular scheduled day or on another day. So follow up via your teacher, as your teachers will be receiving an invitation from me to log any kind of final exam accommodation requests. Okay. Bear in mind, folks, we're going to do our best, but remember, we started registration on the first week of May. It was public information that 4U, grade 12 4U students would have to write a final exam in person. So you'd have to work around that information as part of the commitment for you wanting to sign up and be a part of summer e-learning. Okay. Emily, I'm also having trouble logging in my email, but it keeps logging me into the Google account I'm using right now. Emily, if you've already emailed eregister@tcdsb.org, we are going to get to that email. I believe we're down to about 600 emails. And again, we're assuming that there are some duplicate requests within our inbox. So if you can refrain from sending the same request, as we have people in various locations here at the board office that are working and responding to emails in the same inbox. So we would hate for someone to be doing to be helping the same student at different time frames and then undoing the work that's being done. Okay. JJ Lobin, when do we get due dates for our work and where can I ask for help? So your due dates and asking for help is through your teacher, right? So when you log in, you should be able to communicate with your teacher. You have 3 options. There's an instant chat option. There is a, actually there's 2 options. There's an instant chat and then there's an email, okay? So in order to contact your teacher, and I've been through this many times, so I'm going to repeat it again. What you're going to do is once you're in your course, okay, there is a tool or an icon really called class list. Okay. Once you're in your course's class list, there is a column that identifies the role of each person. So students would be identified as students, whereas the teacher will be identified as the teacher. So what you're going to do then is once you identify who has the role of teacher, just click on their name and then a window will open up for you to send them an email. Okay? So all those questions related to your course are very specific to your course, so you have to ask your teacher. Hi, sir. Angela. I am unable to access my course. I actually don't see my course for session 1. So Angela, if you have sent an email to e-register, we're on top of it. We're hoping to turn everything around definitely by Monday, because registration closes today at 3 o'clock. And if you haven't sent an email yet, please do so. The email address is e-register, all one word, e-register at tcdsb.org. Okay. When do courses start? Session 1 started on Wednesday, and then session 2 begins on July the 16th. Okay. Hi, Mr. Russo. Would I be able to register in grade 11 World Religions for session 2 if I'm already taking? Yes, you can. Emily, just send your request to e-register at tcdsb.org. Okay, I'm going to continue looking at the questions. How do I figure out which class I'm in as I'm getting 2 emails from 2 teachers? So you're going to have to just ask your teacher, say, Mr. Russo asked for you to confirm if I am in your course, because they have a class list through their marks reporting tool, and they can cross-reference if you should be in their class or not. Okay. Okay, when do e-classes start? Like I mentioned, e-classes begin for session 1. They've already started on Wednesday. We're already 3 days in. If you're registered to participate in session 2, then your course does not start until July the 16th. So your courses will appear closer to the start of that program. Okay. Okay, Cause of Chaos. I like the YouTube name or the Gmail name. I tried to do one of my assignments, but when I tried running it, it said that it cannot run on Google Chrome and that I have to install something. What do I do? Just call me Josh. This account is old. I'm assuming somebody's going to respond to that student already, because they're saying that they're reaching out. But if something is not working on your computer or something's not working on your device related to the program, the e-learning site, then we can't troubleshoot that. You're going to have to contact D2L, and their D2L support team will be able to assist you. How do you contact them? There's an icon in the navigation bar that is right on the homepage as soon as you log in. And then you have 3 options. You can have an instant message with them, an instant chat, or you can call them, or you can send them an email. Okay. How do I hand in my work? So Christina, what you're going to want to do is there is a tool that has an icon called Assignments. That's basically your space where you're going to click on a folder and you're going to upload the work that you finished. Okay. My course doesn't show up on the e-learning site. Just send us an email. Include in that email your OEN number, which is a number that can be found on your report card or a credit counseling summary or a transcript. And then it'll associate back to you as a student, and then we'll be able to easily trace what's happening with your registration and your enrollment. Okay? Are we allowed to drop our online course and do summer school? Yeah, you can. If that's the route that you want to go, just send e-register at tcdsb.org a request to drop your course. Include in there your OEN number. And then if you want to register for an actual classroom experience, then all you have to do is go into one of our summer school sites, one of our summer school locations, and then just register there. Okay. Do we have teachers yet? I haven't been assigned a due date for my work. So JJ Lobin, you're going to have to email eRegister, send us your OEN number, and include the particulars around what you see in your profile. What courses, what's the, like we need to understand, are you part of session 1, session 2? We'll get down to exactly what is happening in terms of what you're able to view and not view, and we'll keep you moving forward, okay? So do we have exams for online history grade 10? Yes, you do. It is completely online. There's no face-to-face exam. Hi, so my teacher put the work on Microsoft Word and my Microsoft Word won't let me open it. What do I do? So what you're going to do there is, again, you're going to try and ask your teacher to give you a different file format, or you can contact D2L and see if they can support you in terms of the problems you're having with compatibility on your computer. Okay? Is there a specific time we need to be online? No, there's no specific time, but I can assure you that if you're trying to really enjoy your summer while balancing a few things like taking an online course, then I can assure you that the first thing I would do is first thing in the morning, I would log in. I would have a look and see if the teacher shared any new announcements or instructions. I would make sure that I would look at a calendar or the assignments folder to understand if there's any due dates that are coming up, and then go from there. So let's see here. Hi teacher, why did I not receive your email? I'm your principal. I'm not your teacher, although I started out as a teacher. In terms of receiving my email, that would be something that you would have to ask your teacher within your course. All you have to do is send your teacher an email, and I had explained that you're going to go into your class list, find your teacher based on the role name that they're given, which is teacher, and then you can send them an email. Okay. Mr. Russo, are you a teacher for history? No, I'm your principal, although I really enjoy teaching. So your history teacher for session 1 would already be assigned. If it's for session 2, we're working on assigning teachers for session 2 because we're continuing to register students. How do I find my work? Because sometimes it's a bit confusing. So Josh, I don't know how your teacher sets up all of your content and lays out, all the experience. You're best to send them an email and connect with them. Okay. When will we find out our teacher's email? So your teacher's email has been available from the very beginning. If you're in session 1 and you're in a course, like I said, you're going to go to class list. And then once you're there, all you have to do is find the person in the list that is assigned as a teacher. You'll see it in the role column. And then just click on their name while you're in class list, and a window will open up and you'll be able to send them an email. Okay, you'll be able to compose a message and send them an email. All right. Let's see. How, if I don't understand some of my assignments, could I just email my teacher to ask for help? I just mentioned that what you're doing is just clicking on the teacher's name and then sending them an email, because it'll compose a window for you to send them an email. Okay. There's different ways to send your teacher an email, but the easiest is just to identify in the class list that those are your teacher, or that is your teacher. And then all you have to do is just click on the name, and then it'll open up a window for you to send them an email. Okay. How do we upload assignments from Google Drive or Word? So when you're uploading your assignments, you basically have to go to an icon that's called assignments. And then you need to identify the correct folder based on the title of the folder, making sure it matches the activity that you're going to, the assignment or activity that you're uploading. And then once you're there, all you're going to do is upload your work. So the file format has to be a Word document or PDF file. You won't be able to share a Google document or anything from a Google application. If you're working on a Google application, you'll notice that when you're in that Google application, let's say it's a Google Doc, you can select File and then Download As. So when you select File and Download As, you'll notice that you have different file formats available. And you can just download it as a Word document or download it as a PDF, save it, and then when you're in the e-learning application, just upload it from your computer. That's it. That's the workaround if you're working in Google. Okay. You're welcome, Angela. So if I haven't been added to a course yet, but it's for session 1, will I get penalized for missing classes or assignments? Absolutely not. So the cutoff is this Friday at 3 p.m. in terms of registration, assuming that there's room in the course that you're requesting. And then from there, teachers and students know that we're allowing students up until the end of day, this Monday, July the 8th, to allow students to upload and share their work and catch up, okay? Without any academic penalty. Thank you for asking that question. Thank you, Mr. Russo, for all the help. I'm still having a little bit of trouble regarding my login. I've emailed you regarding it. Thanks, Emily. I've also spoken to your teacher, so we'll follow up with you again. Hi, Mr. Russo. I don't know if my history class is session 1 or 2. Oh, okay. Well, again, you can send that request to us through e-register, but a shortcut to identifying if you're in session 1 or in session 2 is in the title of the course that you see at the top of the page when you're in your course. You should see in the title either 2019 SS, which basically means you're in session 1. Or in the title, if you see 20 SS2, that means you're in session 2 and you don't begin until July 16th. Okay? Okay. So that's the shortcut if you want to save yourself sending us the email. If you do not have Microsoft Word, can you just use Google Docs for future assignments? Yeah, you can. I just mentioned that when you're finished working in Google Docs, you go to File and then Download As, and then you can download the completed work that you're going to share in the e-learning site. You can download the work as either a Word document or a PDF, save it on your computer, and then once you're in the e-learning site, you just select it from your computer and upload it. Okay. Can I do summer school at the school that I attend if I drop my online course? Yes, you can. Just request for the drop of the online course through e-register at tcdsb.org, and then go into the school. I know that since you're already there, go into the school and arrange for registration. But I would do so today because I think today's the last day. Okay. Okay. Can I register by emailing you? My school's guidance office is closed. Okay. So registration, if you're a Toronto Catholic student, then what you can do is you can send us your OEN number, your TCDSB username, and your request, and then we'll try to process it. But if you're a non-Toronto Catholic student, you're gonna have to create an account at on our ConEd, our continuing education website, and then you're gonna have to register. Then you're gonna have to print out your documentation. You're gonna have to bring the required transcript, report card over to the Catholic Education Center at 80 Separate Avenue East, and then we can try to process your request by 3 p.m. today, because that's the cutoff. If not, you're looking at registering for session 2. Okay. Hello there. Yesterday I got redirected from classes, civics and careers, and I'm very confused. Why did this happen? So we continue to accommodate students wanting to register with e-learning, with our e-learning program. And so what does that mean? It means that, I can't have 100 students in one class So I have to randomly just move over students into another section. And, you know, teachers are coordinating their efforts in the background. So your transition from one teacher to the next shouldn't be that cumbersome, because activities should be very similar, as is the content. And if it's not, then just remind your teacher that you were moved randomly, and that, you know, you would appreciate the opportunity to transition in and not be penalized for already submitting work at another course or what have you. And I'm sure they will be completely in understanding. They know what's happening in the background, and so it should be fine. Okay. You're welcome. Also, I'm going to be on vacation when my report cards are handed out. So can I send someone to pick up my report card for me? Awesome questions, guys. Awesome questions, folks. So if you're going away and you want to send someone to pick up your report card, you're going to have to write a letter, and you're going to have to sign off on that letter giving them permission. Okay. And if you're under 18, then you're going to have your parents write that letter for you and sign off on it and give the person or persons picking up your report card permission. Okay. Where can I find Dropbox? So before this year, the name of the icon and the tool within the platform was known as Dropbox. And that was the area or the tool that allowed you to upload and submit your work. Now, that Dropbox tool is called the assignments tool. Okay, so Dropbox is now equal to assignments. So if you're looking for an icon that's called Dropbox, look for an icon instead called assignments. Okay. I'm on vacation. Do I have to sign in every day? Sophia, it's hard for me to say yes and no. The bottom line is I want you to enjoy your vacation, but at the same time, I wanted you to know that if you're not signing in regularly, then you won't be able to keep up with the dates, the announcements, the discussions, everything that's happening in your course. I would hate for you to feel that stress of being in an online course and then not setting yourself up for success because you're not logging in. So my answer is you have to log in regularly, balance things out, and still enjoy your vacation while being successful in this course. Okay? Thank you so much. Oh, no problem. When do report cards go out? If you're in session 1, report cards will go out the week of July 29th. So July 29th is our last day. And then I have to process like 4,000 or 5,000 report cards. So they won't be ready on July 29th. Instead, you know, you're looking at July 30th and onward, being able to come into the Catholic Education Center at 80 Shepherd Avenue East and being able to pick up your report card. Okay. Mr. Vuckman, one of our teachers, these are amazing questions. What a service this is from our e-learning team. Thank you so much. Well, you know what? I've been part of the e-learning world for 10 years. And, you know, a few years ago, I thought to myself, I want to connect with students. I want students to know who I am and not just receive emails. And so that's why the YouTube live sessions have been really successful, because students make the effort, they jump on or they watch a recording and they ask all of these good questions, because you're not in a physical location. So you need someone to ask these questions, answer these questions, and give you that face-to-face experience. And I really enjoy being that face and that source of clarity for everyone. So it's my pleasure, and thanks for the shout out, Mr. Vuckman. I know that our e-learning team is working ferociously in the background trying to complete registrations and keep things moving. And thank you very much for being an awesome e-learning teacher as well. So just to clarify that I receive an email, yes, you will receive an email from Ms. Zotten or myself as to next steps. Okay, Emily, I sent an email to my teacher, but I never got a reply from my teacher. Did I do something wrong? No, definitely not. You should. This is a good question. So you should hear from your teacher daily. If you're extremely concerned and it's been longer than 24 hours, you can send e-register an email, And then from there, we'll reach out to your teacher. Who knows what's going on? Things do happen, and you know, one thing's for certain is we want to take advantage of the flexibility around e-learning and make it work for everyone. So let us know if within 24 hours you haven't heard from your teacher, then you can email e-register and we'll try to reach out to them as well. But I'm not concerned, as teachers, you know, are definitely online and present, and they're trying to accommodate the requests of students and the questions and the submissions of students around the clock. So it's all good. Okay. When do report cards get sent out for session 2? So our final session 2 day is August the 12th. And again, you can imagine that day, conversations are happening. Students are reviewing their final marks. They're having great conversations with teachers. And so we need that day to finish processing all marks and report cards. And again, it's in the thousands. So ultimately, report cards for session 2 can be picked up as early as August 13th in that week. Okay. Folks, I'm going to get back to my emails and some staffing, but we're coming up on the 30 minutes. Thank you for the wonderful questions. And remind everyone that if anyone could not join the live sessions, that they can watch the recordings. A lot of valuable information. And chances are, since all of these students asked these questions, chances are all other students are thinking of the same questions and need this clarity. So take some time for yourselves to enjoy the weekend as well and the weather. We'll be celebrating one of my son's birthdays, and I'm gonna try to disconnect for a few hours here and there so that I can enjoy the family time and enjoy the summer as well. So again, if there are any questions, eregister@tcdsb.org is the preferred method of contact. If you're contacting us through phone, sometimes the lines get clogged up just because when we're helping someone, it tends to be a bit complicated where we're trying to sort out registration, we're trying to match up prerequisites, we're trying to give students advice as to which course is best for their needs. So we're doing our best. We have a few people on the phone lines. We have a few people working on the inbox, trying to help things out. And we're trying to sort out the automation in the background as well. Again, we're probably one of the only programs in the province that continues to accept students while the program is actually started. So you can imagine there is a little bit of pressure there to make sure that the turnaround is pretty fast. We're doing our best. But we have wonderful teachers that in the background are allowing students to transition into their course and set themselves up on a path to success. So overall, I hope that everyone is enjoying their course and making the right decisions around how to balance being in a course, having potentially a part-time job or a hobby or volunteering or spending time with family and friends. So we do have a summer to enjoy and kind of make sure that we keep that balance going. Okay. One last question here. What does the orientation course mean? That's just an orientation course for you to go in. If you want to learn a little bit about the platform, you can view the different tutorials and content that will allow you to familiarize yourself with the e-learning platform. Okay. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Does it mean my history class is session 2? No. That orientation course is for everyone, for session 1 and 2 students. And also doesn't say my teacher's name. No. So if you don't see any other course other than the orientation course, then send us an email so we can confirm if you're in session 2 or session 1. Okay. Are the assignments mandatory? Emily is asking. If you're asking if the assignments are mandatory from the orientation course, the answer is a definite no. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you for all the questions. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to sign off and get back to the inbox and staffing. All the best. Thanks for jumping in. Have a great weekend.